Okay, let's start the video. Nobody won the Powerball last night. It was 1, 25, 27, 38, 62, and the red ball is 13. And you can donate to my channel, subscribe, share, and like my video. Always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself. And you can email me for an in-game prediction. And click on the join members video for a members video over there. So let's go to the Powerball. So let's erase everything and let's start the Powerball. Okay, it was one was supposed to come, as I said, that to attack the one, and no brainer that the one did come last night. So if you lose the 3, you lose 38. You lose the 1, you lose 01. So if you know a number is going to come like 0, 1, and the 1's going to come, then you know the red ball. When it comes to red ball and you have a red ball 11, 12, 13, you know you cannot drop those numbers. So you know 01 is going to come, 0 and the 1 for the red ball cannot be dropped. So you have to play the game correctly. So 1 is used 2 times. 2 is used 2 times and in the 20s and 1 time in the 60s. That's 3 times. 3 is used 2 times, 38 and 13. 4 not used. 5 is used 1 time in 25. 6 is used 1 time in 62. 8 is used 1 time in 38. 7 is used 1 time in 27. And 0 is used 1 time in 01. So that being said, you have 12 coordinates, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 coordinates. So this is an 8 coordinate game. An 8 coordinate game, not that good, not that bad either, is in between. So you have too much numbers in your too much coordinate being used. And last night's game, not that I would expect that much coordinate to be used, because you want as little coordinate as possible. So when it comes down to picking a number, you have less number to pick from. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 6, 7, 0. So I'm going to erase this. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 6, 7, 0. 8, 6, 7, 0. So the 01 will be left and right. 25, switch to 25 with 2. So 25 will be left and right. 27 diagonal. 38. Got to switch to 38 with a 1. Now, 01 is up and down. 38 is going left and right, and 62 is going from left and right, and 13 is going from left and right also. Now, this is a good format because you have the 8 in the middle. Now, you want the 7 to be in the middle, not a big problem, because 27, 25, and 62 have to be together. So you would have to have that setup correctly. So you cannot switch the 7 and the 2, because if you do that, you will lose 25. You cannot switch the 7 with the 3, then you're going to lose the 13 red ball. You see what I'm saying? But on the other hand, you can switch the 7 with the 5. So let's do that. Let's switch the 7 with the 5 here. So yeah, and then you would have the 7 also in the middle, right there. 7 also in the middle, 8 also in the middle. So you block out a lot of numbers. So your format would be 1385 0726. That's your Dster section. That would have gotten you the jackpot for last night's Powerball. This is Powerball. Sorry about that. Do not get confused. Yeah. So 1385 0726. Now if I go to the Mega Man Dster, yeah. Like this is the Mega Man. I probably didn't post games prior to what I have here. So if you look at the Mega Mans, a lot of games has 8 coordinates: 2183 4560, 1034 1256, 0914 233 4903 185. So a lot of game has either 7 or 8 coordinates. And you can see the past games has no 6 coordinate, no 5 coordinates. Something is starting going to pop up with a 6 and 5 coordinate games. So for the Mega Man. Now if you look at the Powerball, I didn't do that much draw, maybe 2 draws, and I missed a lot of Powerball setup. Prior to those draws, prior to these 2 draws, or you can look back, see where they started at 5 or 6 coordinate game before it got cut off. It went back up to 7 or 8 coordinate. You want to go back there. How long hasn't it been drawn any 5 or 6 coordinate games? And the last 2 draws, you can check that also. But the last draw for Powerball, which is last night, they did not set up the 5 or 6 coordinate games. So if they didn't do it on Wednesday or Monday, because I didn't really check the prior to that draw, and I didn't put the date on these 2 draws, so you gotta check back when was the last 5 or 6 coordinate game for the Powerball. You gotta check back those games, and they're gonna throw those 5 or 6 coordinate game, and you gotta step up and keep that strategy in play. You want to pick those 5 or 6 coordinate games, and when you do that consistently, sooner or later they're gonna pop up 5, 6 or 6 coordinate games in the Dster. So if you pick those 5 or 6 coordinate games correctly, you're gonna hit at least 4, 5, or even 6 numbers. So let's set up the coordinates. 1385 0726. 1385. Wait, 1385 0726. Now if you set up these correctly, and remember an 8 coordinate game with 2 dead end digits. Dead end digits are 7, 8, and 9. And an 8 coordinate game with no dead end digits means a lot. So with dead end digits, 8 coordinate game has a better odd than a no dead end digit, because you have lower matrix versus a higher matrix with no dead end digits. So since there are 2 end digits, let's see how low the matrix can be, because you have no 71, 73, 70, 72, and 78. You have no 83, 87, 82, 86, and 85. You have 10 number that can be brought down with the 7 and 8 by placing those 2 digits in the middle. So that's how you try to pick in the Dster, is trying to pick some dead digit. If you don't see any dead digit being drawn like these, I see no 7 here, right? I see those 7 here for that draw. Maybe I'm gonna go with the 7 in that section of the Dster. Now I don't see any 9. Maybe the next draw we're gonna go back to 9 also. So you gotta decide where the digits are. You gotta take chances. Now if you don't see any 7, you might want to keep attacking those 7s every single draw for either game. If you don't see it in Powerball, you can attack those 7 in Powerball. If you don't see those 7 in Mega Man, you might attack those games in Mega Man. Attack those number, and when I attack those games, when you attack those numbers, sooner they're gonna come, and you're gonna keep attacking the 7, 7, 7, 7. You're gonna come. Attack the 8, 8, 8. It's gonna come at now. No 9s. You want to attack those 9 in the Dster. You want to attack the section with 9, and you gotta be careful which section to attack. Attack those 9 in Dster. If you attack the right section and the 9 comes, you might have a better chance of hitting the 4, 5, 6, or even 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 4, 5, or 6 numbers, and set up the Dster correctly. You want to attack the right amount of coordinates. You don't want to attack 9 coordinates. If you see a 9 in a Dster, you don't want to attack 9 coordinates around the section where the 9 is. You want to attack a good certain amount of coordinates. I will attack 6 coordinates because I don't see any 6 coordinate game being drawn. I want to attack those 6 coordinates. I don't want to go down to 5 coordinates because 5 coordinates are rare. I want to attack 6 coordinate game where they keep me in a place where I still have a chance to hit 5 numbers at least if I don't hit the jackpot. So because they're being thrown 7, 8 coordinate game and 6 coordinate games, don't know when they're gonna throw it, but you gotta keep your distance so you know when it comes, you're gonna hit. So 1 and 0. Let's start with the 1, 3, 7. Now I have 13, 10, 17. No, I have 20s, I have 30s. So far 6 numbers. 31, 32, 37, 10 numbers now. 38, I don't have 70s, 80s. So I'm gonna have to start with 20s also. Forgot 20, 20, 7, 23. I'm gonna try to put them in order right now, except for 30s, 23, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Now, since I don't have 70s, 80s, I have 50s and 60s to put out. 52, sorry about that. 52, 56, 58, and 60. 62, 65, and 68. Now, if I don't put a 7 in the middle, I'll probably add additional 6 to a 10 number in my matrix. But right now, even with no dead end digits, because this draw right over here, with the 2 extra 2 for 22, it's not being used. That 2 that's not being used, it was a 7 coordinate game last draw. And with a 7 coordinate game, it still have more number than an 8 coordinate game. Why? Because it has no dead end digit. You see, it had no dead end digit. With dead end digit, you lower the matrix by a few numbers, 5 to 10 numbers. You can see the big difference. 5 to 10 numbers, the matrix have been lower. So you want to pick the 7 in the Dster correctly. You don't want to pick it like if 7 and 8. You don't want to pick it toward the front or the end where the 7 starts or 7 ends. You want to pick the 7 in the middle or the 8 in the middle, so you have digits from the left and right of the 7 and 8 to use your matrix. So if I put the 7 over here, the 7 would be in the front. 3, 7, 8, 2, 5, 6, and then 2 more digits to your right. Now if I pick it in the middle, I would have 1 and 0 in the left, 5, 6 in the right. When I add the matrix, these matrix would be in the middle where the 70s are. So I have 70, 71, 73, 72, 78. Those are in the middle, being locked out. Not in the matrix, so you cannot pick them anyway. That's what I'm trying to tell you, is to pick those 7 and 8 in the middle. Now, if you do that correctly, you're gonna have to format the highest paying digits. I have 17, 7, 37, and 27. Don't have 78, so 7 and 8 also at 25%. You see, I have 68, 58, 38, and 28. So it's 7 and 8 is at 25%. I don't have any other digit that has the highest picking advantage besides the 25% digit, which is 7 and 8. Even with the 60, you have 65, 68, 56, 62, 26. You see those the highest paying digit are the 7 and 8. So you want to attack those numbers. So this is 7. Let's go for the 7. 7, 17, 37, and 27. 7, 17, 27, and 37. Do you see that? I'm going to put this in case I go back to it. Okay. Now I will have 7, 17, 27, and 37. So, right? I'm going to do this a different way. I'm going to start with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Combination of each. So 5 combination of each. I'll do it this way because the copy and paste would be quicker. And now if you look at the grid, number 5 for Mega Man, 6 for Powerball. Now, let's say the highest paying digit for the next one are the 8s. So I will only need 4 lines because the next highest paying percentage is 68, 58, 38, and 28, right? 58, 68, 38, and 28. So I have 68, 58, 38, and 28. So 7 will have to cover 58, 38, and 28. So I will not need 5 setup. I will only need 4 setups. 17 will need to cover 68, 58, 38, and 28. Okay, so that means all these numbers I have to cover the 68 for the first setup. On the second setup, all these numbers 7, 17, 27, 37 will have to cover 58. On the next setup, these numbers will have to cover the 28, and then so on and so forth. Now, if there's 5 numbers associated with the digit 8, you need another setup right here. So far you need only 4 setup, which is how much line for these 4 setup? Let's calculate. 4 times 4, 4 setup times 4 lines per setup is 16 lines. So you need $32 to cover all these combinations. That means $32 to cover all the combinations. That means if you look at the one that hit was 27 and 38. So I have to go for 27 and 38 would be right over here. So see this setup in the black would have gotten you 2 numbers correct. Now, to go for the next setup, you need to add more lines, and you need to find the next highest paid percentage numbers, or take a gamble. Now, I'm gonna go and show you how to take a gamble. Now, next setup will be the 01. Since I know the 01 was coming, I've been telling people that 01 will be coming. I will only need the 01 in the setup. I will not need 03, 10, 30, 10, 7, 10, and 30. I will not need those setup. And people who have got the list, I've been telling them 01, 01, 01, 01, 01 for Powerball is 01, 01, 01, 01. I've been telling them that, and I know that 01 was coming, so I will not need the setup. I will take a chance. I will not need to use 20% chance gamble to cover all these numbers. That means if I have these numbers, I've got 01, 03, 10, 30, and 7. I will have to have all these setup associated. So 7, 68, we need 5 lines of 1, 3, 10, 30, and 7. 1768 would need 1, 3, 10, 30, and 7. So on and so forth, all these. Since I know 01 is coming, I will take a chance, because those numbers that are coming, I will only need 01 as the main number. So since I need 01 as the main number, I will not need the 25% chance, 20% chance to cover all numbers of those numbers that are associated with the digit 0. So I only need one number, since I'm 100% sure. Yeah, if you're not 100% sure, you need to cover all those numbers associated with digit 0, 0, 1, 0, 3, 10, 30, and 7. Since I know the 0 is coming, with the digit 1, I do not need any other numbers associated with a digit 0. So, but because I don't know 07 is coming, I would have to cover 01 with 07 also. Right? I have the 01 with 07. So 01. I will not need all line. I will need 32. I will still need 16 lines. I will still need 16 lines. And if you do it correctly, and you can see where the numbers are, 27, 38, and 1, you had hit 3 numbers, because I'm so sure that 1 was coming for Powerball. I was so sure I would only need 1 line on all these to attack all these. Or else I have to split 768 with 1, 768 with 3, 768 with 10, 768 with 30, and 768 with 7. How do you know 1 is coming? The invisible number was the key in guessing the 1 correctly. And all you gotta do is stick to the plan, stick to that number, because that number, the invisible number, always comes. No matter what, it has to come. The invisible number has to come. So if the invisible number has to come, not all invisible number will come at the same time, but you gotta know, you still gotta take a chance of which invisible number is gonna come. You gotta cover those combination. If there's more invisible number per line, then you gotta cover all those invisible number on that line for each ball. So if there's only one invisible in that line, all you gotta do is take that chance, and you know that 100% is coming. You don't know which draw is coming, but so you gotta stick to it until it comes. So that second one didn't take that long to come. It took long, but didn't take that long to come. After a certain amount of draws, it didn't take that long to come. You don't play with the number out the longest. Don't work like that. You gotta play with the invisible number. Invisible number not necessarily is out the longest. That's why they're called invisible number. You know, out the longest doesn't mean it's the invisible number. So you cannot not go by that rule. Do not play with the longest number. Gotta play with the invisible number. And to go on the next set of numbers, you would have to, since you're 100% sure, all you need to do is, if you're 100% sure on 2 numbers, then you go stick with 69. If you're not 100% sure, you got to split 7, 68, 1 with all the next highest paying digit. So you got to make sure you cover every single combination out there, or every digit out there in that section. So if you use that section, all the digit in that section has to be used. Has to be used. You cannot rule out any digit. So since I use digit 2, 7, 3, 8, and 1, since I use digit 2, 7, 3, 8, 0, and 1, I still have to use the 5 and the 6, which is the 25 and 62, right? Since I use all these digit ones, you remember you gotta use, if you pick that section, you gotta use all the digit at least once. Doesn't matter if you're not using those digits, cannot use those sections. That means since I use those, I will have to rule out numbers. How do you rule out numbers? You rule out numbers by which digit you not use. So again, when I get to the dirt ball right there, where's my paper? Yeah, when I get to the dirt ball right there, I would have used the 6th digit, 2, 7, 3, 8, 1. So each line you gotta compare which digits not used. Use those digits. So for line number 6, on the left side, I did not use digit 5 and 6. So you go back to this setup. Now, the other number you already ruled out because you cannot use, you already used the digit 138072. So you're gonna pick numbers associated with the 5 and the 6 left. You can pick 56. If you pick 56, right there, you will have 56 associated with these combination, and you will not need to use any other digits for your 5th ball, and you will, for your last ball, you will only have not the 5th ball because you have to set it in order, and the 5th ball will be the highest number. If you don't use any higher than 68, then that cannot be your 5th ball, and your 68 would be your 5th ball. So again, that number that you use, either 56 or 65, you will not need to use any other digit on your last ball. So if you do not need to use any digit on your last ball, that becomes more complex because you can go back to 28, 27, 23, 21, 20, and put that extra ball over there. And you have to use the digit at least once. So make sure you do that. Start with the highest picking digit and go work your way up. And please click the join member video. I'll be posting a new Dster for next week also in the join member video, or you can email me for a Dster and Invincible number. Also, and you can email me at hyper_linkster@yahoo.com and click on my name or either icon. Donate, subscribe, share, and like my video. And always remember, nothing is guaranteed, but always trust yourself.